Alright, this is a test of my Twitch stream. I'm not going to begin playing King's Quest V until I have confirmation that I am in fact online. So I'll wait for that, and as soon as I get it, I will begin streaming King's Quest V. Cool. Alright, it looks like I'm back. So hopefully whatever happened doesn't happen again. It sounds like I managed to miss most of my Splunky run, which is too bad, because I did quite well. I got almost $100,000. But that's okay, because the main attraction tonight is King's Quest V. Absence makes the heart beat. It says I'm dropping frames. I hope that's not true.
Have you previously played King's Quest V?
No, I have not.
Warning. This cartoon contains material that may be necessary for information or clues to complete this game. Please be sure to check your inventory if you decide to skip.
Warning. This cartoon contains material that may not be appropriate for young children. What Wizard says, wow, voice acting. Yeah, a nice change of pace from what we've been used to, huh? A sorcerer seems to have stolen our castle. Meanwhile, in the forest, King Graham walked very regally past an old oak tree. The backgrounds in this game actually do look really good. Graham bends over to pick some flowers from the ground. He sniffs them and continues to walk. Very slowly, very regally, one might say very kingly. Wonder who he's picking the flowers for. Himself, maybe. What Wizard asks, is that the cool wizard from the second game? You will find out.
My castle? What has happened? Ooh, I can tell you what happened.
Cedric.
What? Ooh, I know what happened to your castle. I saw it all. Yes, I did. You did? Well then, what happened?
Oh, Cedric. The owl.
Ooh, it was the powerful and evil wizard Mordak who did it. Ooh, I just happened to be visiting with an old friend when I saw him materialize
An old
out of
owl
thin air.
friend.
Thank goodness he didn't notice me. Don't stop now. Go on.
How can Graham understand you? You're an owl.
He conjured up a terrible whirlwind that swirled faster and faster around the castle.
And the Space Stamp has declared Cedric the Jar Jar of the KQ universe.
The castle up into the sky.
That's probably
and out
fair.
Of sight. Ooh, it was something to see, all right.
Yes, he has a monocle.
Why would this wizard, Mordak, want my castle? What could he have against me and my family?
What could he have against me
That
and my
I
family?
Don't know. Ooh, I only know that it was Mordak who took your castle and your family.
I would guess that he's wearing a tiny vest because
perhaps I can help you. My employer also happens to be a wizard.
It's Slimmy,
which is
you know?
why I recognized Mordak. Ooh, unlike Mordak, though,
It also has
my
pockets
employer
where
is
you
a
can
very
keep
old
pens,
wizard.
owl pens if he
His
needs to
name
use
is
them.
Crispin Arthur, but we all call him Crispin for short. The only problem is, you see...
It was all the monocle. If he hadn't taken out the monocle, he wouldn't have fallen over.
Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes.
Yeah, King Graham is
The only
ripped.
problem is that Crispin is getting
Look at
on
those
in years
arms.
and tends to be a bit forgetful.
I don't know. This
What
doesn't
Wizard
sound
says
as
he
if
can
it would
keep his
work.
owl pellets in
Oh,
there.
sure it would.
Yes.
Crispin is a
That's a
very
good use for a
qualified
vest.
wizard,
See?
one of the best. He just gets a
Doesn't
little
take that much
forgetful
imagination
now
to
and again.
justify
That's all.
Cedric's vest.
Now, where is it? Ooh, I know I brought it with me. Aha! Here it is.
And you wouldn't be able to carry that with
What
him
is
without a
that?
vest.
Well, it is my opinion that you don't stand a chance against the likes of Mordak. Ooh, excuse me for saying, Your Majesty, but you don't have a choice. You must come with me. I'm sure Crispin can help you.
Can Crispin help me? Think
What
of a
is that
wonderful
stuff?
thought.
Ooh, just some old leftover fairy dust I've been carrying around. Ooh, it'll help you to fly. You can follow me to the land of Serenia, where Crispin and I live. It's much too far to walk, you know. Ooh, I think the fairy dust is still good.
Crispin Glover, yes. What, Wizard? We are going to see Crispin Glover.
Come on, up here.
That's some great animation there.
Follow me.
Now we get this cool flying sequence. Yes, fairy dust. Code for powderized owl pellet, Panda Space Stand says. Sounds like a good guess to me.
There it is, down here. Come on.
Okay, here I come.
Ooh, looks like the fairy dust just wore off.
Ooh.
Cedric? Where have you been? I've been calling for you. Well, well, what have we here?
Well, well. What have we here?
A bit clumsy, are you? Well, come on in the house and dry off. No sense sitting around like a wet dog.
Why don't you come into my place and dry off? Oh,
Cedric, go into the house and pour each of us a nice hot cup of tea.
Ooh, aye, aye, Crispin.
a hot cup of tea.
The Society of Wizards has always taken a dim view of Mordak and his abuse
Ah,
of
the
his
Society
power.
of Wizards.
Why, he's even been put on suspension a few times.
Ah.
It never seems to do any good, though.
Crispin, why would Mordak want to take my family or castle? What did we ever do to him?
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that. Mordak is a very unpredictable wizard. I've never understood that evil mind of his.
Oh, I thought perhaps you could help His Majesty, Crispin. That's why I brought him here.
Well, let me see now. I used to be a very powerful wizard at one time, you know, but I've gotten a little rusty lately.
Panda Space Stan says, I kind of wish Graham was
That's
a pompous
quite
ass.
enough from you,
Yeah,
Cedric.
that would be good.
Oh, yes, sir, Crispin, sir.
I don't know what I have that would be of much use to you.
I don't
Most
know
of
what
my
I have that would
wizard
be of
stuff
much
is
use to
pretty
you.
old and worn out. But let's see what I can find.
Oh man. Each step is a struggle for him.
No, that won't do. That's all used up. It might work.
Graham takes a
Here,
close look.
eat this.
What is that?
That's an old piece of magical white snake I had left over from last year.
Ah.
With it, you'll be able to
Magical white
communicate with
snake.
the natural and animal world.
Is that what they're calling it these
Find
days?
that quite helpful. Here's my old wand. I don't even know if it works anymore. Most of its power may be gone. You should know that wands are like pets. They've got to get to know you before they'll work for you. Just treat it with care and respect, and hopefully it will do something for you. You'd better get going, my boy. No telling what that confounded Mordak could be up to. You go with him,
No
Cedric.
telling what?
Show him the
That
way.
compounded Mordak?
Yes, you. Don't be such a coward. Now go on. You'd better get started.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate all you've done for me.
I appreciate all you've done for me. King Graham never sounds sincere.
Oh, I suggest we visit the town first. How about it, Your Majesty?
Please don't call me Your Majesty, Cedric. It's much too formal. I'd like it if you'd just call me Graham.
Oh, I'd be delighted to, Graham. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, the town. You might be able to find some supplies there. It's just over a little hill to the south, not too far.
Well then, let's be on our way, Cedric.
Man, that sound quality is so low. I really wish you could turn on turn on subtitles, but unfortunately I don't think we have that option. Okay, so I'm going to turn the speed up a little bit, because it does seem that Graham walks quite slowly. What wizard asks that I please leave Cedric forever? Or no, says, please leave forever, Cedric. Unfortunately, that will not be the case, as you will see soon. There we go. Down we go.
Graham, watch out! A poisonous snake!
Yes, the infamous poisonous snake.
A large, venomous snake blocks Graham's passage to the east.
Snake, why are you blocking me?
In silence, the large serpent eyes Graham menacingly. In silence, the large serpent eyes Graham menacingly.
Panda Space Stan says it's too bad that Cedric does not have his own Saturday morning cartoon spin-off. Yep, that is one way to think of it. As too bad. What's up, man? You look down.
Excuse me, young man. Sorry to bother you, but I couldn't help but notice you sitting there on that log. I was wondering if there was anything wrong.
Why, yes. As a matter of fact, there is. I've been searching everywhere for my fiancée. She's a beautiful princess with long golden tresses, fetching blue eyes, and smooth, creamy skin. Have you seen her anywhere about?
No, sorry, I haven't seen anyone like that.
They really picked the douchiest sounding voice actor possible.
That's what I figured. No one has seen her. I bet that a witch who lives in the dark forest had something to do with her disappearance.
Well, that's no way to talk about a senior citizen.
I'll keep an eye out for her. If I see her, I'll let her know you're looking for her.
I would appreciate that. Well,
Panda Space Stan says, feed Cedric to Logman. Offers Cedric his fiancé.
I'm not ever going to find her just sitting around here. Thanks for your concern.
I'm sorry to say, Panda Space Stan, but this is no longer a text parser adventure. So we can no longer explore such options as those.
The bluebird is too busy taking a bath to answer Graham.
What Wizard asks, is it possible that she was turned into an owl?
Bluebird. It could almost make Graham happy again if it wasn't for his family.
If it wasn't for his family, Graham might be able to appreciate the simple things like a bluebird bathing in a tree. Unfortunately, his family is probably dead. Alright, so Cedric suggested we go to town, so let's go into town. See what we can find here.
If you're going into town, I'll just wait for you here. I had a nasty run-in with a big dog once, and I feel much safer out here.
Weren't you the one who... Never mind. Alright. First things first, let's check out this barrel here.
Inside the barrel, Graham sees an old, rotting fish. Graham leans way down into the barrel and removes the smelly old fish.
Ah, good.
May I help you, sir?
I like this guy back here.
I'm interested in buying something here.
Like what?
Let me show you some things. A fine piece of cloth. With this material, I could make you beautiful shirts. There isn't a more beautiful piece of fabric to be found anywhere. With this, I could make you the finest trousers you've ever had. Well,
finest trousers?
What do you think?
Well, right now I'm just looking. Thanks anyway.
Graham's such a dick.
Sure. Whatever you say, I'm just here to help.
Graham will not, will come in and ask to buy something, even though the only items he appears to have are a smelly fish and a wand that doesn't actually work.
Graham gives the wand a good shake, but it only fizzles and dies.
Just like his family.
I don't like this at all.
The rude customer doesn't care to talk to Graham.
Ah, the rude customer.
The rude customer does.
Alright. Let's get out of here. What Wizard says I should try to trade the fish for some amazing pants. Oh look, it looks like there's a pixel glimmering on the ground here.
Bending down, Graham quickly retrieves the silver coin from the street.
Good. I have retrieved the silver coin from the street.
Come on in, look around. Let me know if you're interested in anything.
This is a fine little toy shop you have here. You must be very proud.
Danke, son. I've worked very hard at it over the years. But
Over the years?
You need to really love it. And I do.
Are most of these toys your creations?
Yeah, most of them. But not
This is a land
all.
of offensive
Some my son
stereotypes.
made, some I bought, some I traded for.
You're very talented.
Danke, danke.
Donka
Well,
donka.
Let me know if I can help you.
Alright. Panda Space Stan says that is a veiled threat. What is a veiled
Shipment of
threat?
carving wood hasn't come in yet. What should we do?
If it's not in by tomorrow, I'll send you to the sawmill.
Okay, Papa?
This is a fine toy shop you have here. Alright, there's one more place to go in this miserable town. Check it out.
Take a look around if you want, but we don't have any shoes to sell you right now. We sold our last finished pair yesterday. Our business ain't doing so good anymore, and we're getting too old to keep trying.
Is there anything I can do to help?
There ain't nothing you can do, short of buying us out. But
I
like
can do that,
said,
I'm a king.
If you want to look
I
around,
left my money in the other
feel
town,
free.
but...
Okay, thanks.
The old shoemaker wearily hammers tiny nails in a shoe sole. He doesn't even seem to notice Graham.
That's what he does these days. Spends all day hammering nails into a shoe sole. Alright, so we have Minnesota Nice shoemakers, and next to a, like Danish something or other toy maker. And then a tailor on the other side who appears to be some kind of gay stereotype. So we have the whole gamut. Way to be representative there, Sierra. What Wizard says, how did a Minnesota woman get transported to this fantasy land? I do not know. That is an excellent question. One that I'm sure we will solve soon. First, let's check
The
this place
bakehouse
out.
door beckons to all hungry travelers.
Ah, it's a bakehouse. Well, I have my silver coin here. Perhaps
Ooh, I'll wait
that
for
could
you
buy me
here,
something.
Graham.
Cedric, you are a coward, if nothing else.
And how is your poor dear mother doing, William?
Your poor
she
dear
hasn't
mother.
been doing too well lately. But my brother and I help out whenever we can. Thanks for asking, Amanda.
Austin, keep your fingers out of that pie. The pies look lovely. I think I'll take one.
Yes, they were just made fresh this morning. Here you go.
Yes, this will be a fine dessert for our dinner tonight. Let's go home, Austin.
A fine dessert for our dinner, or a fine dessert after our dinner? The old shoemaker works tirelessly to appease his feudal master, destroying his body as his lord walks away, talks to his wife, and walks away sarcastically.
Here's the last of the
This is
pie.
what Wizard.
Welcome to our bakehouse, traveler. Of course, all of our wares are wonderful, but today we've got a special on custard pies. Just one silver coin each, but take your time. Let me know when you're ready.
And the Space Stand suggests that the people in this universe might subsist only on pie. Well, you know, I just happen to have a silver coin here. If I can use that to buy...
Sir, I would like to purchase one of your custard pies.
These pies cost one silver coin each.
What Wizard says, take pie,
I've got
throw it
right
in his
here.
face.
Here you go.
Oh. Oh,
I hope
you are...
enjoy your custard
You're going
pie.
to like what's to come.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
If you like throwing pies, well, I have a bridge to sell you. Cool, I have a pie. So, I've been playing a little while. Probably save my game as pie. Panda Space Dan says, I would like to point out that you can use that silver coin to buy a ridiculously nice coat. Actually, I think you need a gold coin to buy the coat. Alright, so what is this place? The Swarthy Hog Inn. Well, with a name like the Swarthy Hog...
Just off a rutted dirt road, a country inn overlooks the picturesque rushing river.
I'll just need to check it out then, won't I?
Ooh, I'll wait for you out here. I don't like that place.
Alright.
You know that job we pulled yesterday?
Oh, great.
Where's the rest of the loot, huh? I think one of you guys is holding out on me.
Gentlemen, please excuse me. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Ah, that's a nice belly you have there, sir.
Diana's full, ain't got no more rooms.
Hey, boss, this guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do with him?
Rob him out.
Struggle as he might, Graham could not escape his bonds. Don't worry, Graham. The innkeeper will soon put you out of your misery.
What kind of inn is this? Alright, well, that's what I get for going into a place called the Swarthy Hog, I guess. What was there to ask, really? What does Cedric like, other than tiny clothes? I don't know.
Ooh, watch out for the bear, Graham.
Alright. Well, maybe the bear wants a fish. Look at those bear lips.
I am Queen Beatrice, kind sir.
Wow.
I wish to thank you ever so much for saving our hive from the claws
I've
of
heard
that
of furries,
horrible bear. In return, I offer you
not
a
sure
lot
how I
of
feel about this
honeycomb from our hive.
anthropomorphized bee
Please
and
feel free to
her,
retrieve one.
and her bee boobs.
I promise my bees won't harm you. It may come in handy on your travels.
Panda Space Dan says I should have fed Cedric to the bear. Well, too late now, I guess.
Graham bends down and picks up the large stick from the ground. Graham reaches a hand into the beehive and retrieves a very sticky chunk of honeycomb.
Sticky
Wrapping
chunk
it
of
in a
honeycomb.
protective piece of cloth, he then pockets it.
Protective piece of cloth from where? Graham grabbed a sticky chunk of honeycomb. Sticky chunk of chunky hunk of honeycomb.
A bully of a dog terrorizes the poor ants as he playfully digs at their large anthill.
Playfully? Let's talk this through, dog.
The dog is more interested in the anthill than in Graham.
I can take him. What's a dog, right?
The dog doesn't seem to be a friendly sort at all.
Really? Come on, man.
Ooh, Graham, that dog looks mean.
Does he? He's just misunderstood. Come on. Well, try as I might, not get close to the dog. So I'll do the only thing that is left, which is to throw the stick at the dog.
Here, boy!
What was it says I should have thrown Cedric at the dog to distract it? Darn.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm King Antony the Great. May I ask who you are?
Why, certainly. I'm King Graham of Daventry, and this is my friend, Cedric. We're seeking a way to cross the Great Mountains to the ocean on the other side.
That is a very perilous undertaking. I wish you would reconsider. But if you shall not, in return for rescuing our home from that flea-bitten cur, I wish to offer you our help, if perchance you may ever need it.
Thanks for saving our home from that
Antony.
flea-bitten cur.
Cedric and I appreciate your kind offer. We look forward to meeting you again.
What wizard says set up tiny Ant-Man with tiny bee woman? I'm not sure there's interspecies relationships in this universe, but maybe. If this were a dating sim. Oh, hey. Here's some, gnomes, I guess.
Excuse me, sir. Oh, I'm terribly sorry to bother you. I was just noticing your son's marionette. It's very interesting. Where did you get it?
It's grandson, not son, and I made it for him. Why do you care?
I just wanted to comment on its artistry. It's very well done. I don't suppose it could be bought.
Or stolen.
The price would be very steep. I reckon you couldn't afford it. Now, leave me and my grandson be.
Quite a presumptuous little gnome you are. Do you realize that I'm a king? King Graham, they call me. What wizard says I should feed Cedric to the newfound insect kingdom to provide a source of food for the hive? I'm not sure bees eat owls, but stranger things have happened, I guess. Alright, so, have you ever tried to find a needle in the haystack?
Graham watches with surprise as a contingent of ants marches into the haystack and begins to swarm through it.
Ah, yes. The only logical solution. Help the ants, it'll help you.
I'm glad to see there was a way that we could be of help to you. Look here. We found a golden needle in the haystack.
Oh, thanks.
I present it to you. Perhaps you can find a use for it.
Why, thank you, King Antony. I'm honored.
Thank you, King
Good luck in
Antony.
your travels, King Graham. And be careful.
I never would have found that golden needle without you. In fact, saving you from that dog was a very calculated move on my part. I knew that on my journey,
Ooh, keep your eye on the gypsies, Graham. I don't trust them.
ooh, I'm a racist.
The sullen man doesn't appear to be the conversational sort.
Ah, good. Alright. Well, I think this is probably as good a time of any for me to introduce, to introduce a volume that I got in the mail a week or two ago. This is called the King's Quest Companion. You can see, I might as well make it full screen here so you can see it in all of its glory. The King's Quest Companion in all of its 620 pages. It is a comprehensive guide to the King's Quest series. So I'm just going to flip over to the section on Absence Makes the Heart Grow Yonder. And I would like to now share with you the part where King Graham... So basically what this is it is both a novelization and a walkthrough, all rolled into one. And if I prepared at all for this, I would have already identified where this part is. But I believe that it'll be near the beginning, since we're near the beginning of the game. All right. All right. Well, I have not found the I have not quite yet found the section where King Antony is able to find a golden needle in a haystack. But I will, however, share with you another section, which is where you're able to gain the aid of Queen Beatrice. So here is that. So this is where Graham encounters the bear. The fish didn't stay with Graham for very long. Not far from the inn, where the trees of the forest were just beginning to thin into wide brushland, the king spotted a large black bear ripping his claws at a dead tree. Thousands of honeybees zipped furiously around the beast, attempting to save their honey from the belly of the bear. We have noted before that a creature in need always touches the heart of a true king. Graham. Particularly King Graham. In this case, the bear apparently needed food, and the bees salvation. Despite the wisdom of his father's advice, Graham had been having serious second thoughts about the dead fish, and bears like fish almost as much as they like honey. So, with one true toss, Graham was able to come to the assistance of both Bee and Bruin. Bee and Bruin? B-R-U-I-N? I don't even know that word. He hurled the decaying thing and hit the bear sharply on its side. According to Graham, it squished more than anything, but it caught the beast's attention. It's a good thing they checked on their source there. Reminding it that a dead fish in the paw is worth more than an angry bee up the nose. The bear happily bounded off, licking the slime from its new meal. That should do a lot to clear the air between us, Cedric quipped. Oh, excuse me. Woo! I don't have enough of a falsetto to do Cedric's voice. Ooh, that should be a lot to do that should do a lot to clear the air between us, Cedric quipped. But before Graham could tell him that the remark stank, another voice filled the meadow with a soft buzz. I thank you, King Graham, for saving my nest. Startled, Graham glanced quickly to the hollow tree. One large bee flew out of a large hole in it and directly up to his face. It hovered there, wearing a crown and carrying a scepter, making no attempt to attack him. I am Queen Beatrice, ruler of all bees. I know of your quest and am grateful for your aid. There is little I can do to help you, but please take a honeycomb from our tree. It may be useful to you at some time. Also, I grant you protection from the sting of all my subjects. No more can I do. Go now with our best wishes until we meet again. As one, Queen Beatrice and all the thousands of her subjects turned and buzzed quickly off. Ooh, I'm not going near that hole, said Cedric. You get the honey. And this is just what Graham did. Although he was sure at least one of the insects would stick him while his hand was groping in the tree's hollow, he was wrong. That stick's not nailed down, excuse me. Ooh, that stick's not nailed down, your majesty, Cedric chided at Graham. He was pointing one wing to the ground at the base of the tree. Aren't you going to obey your dear old dad and pick it up? I don't really know what all these references to King Graham's dad are. I guess I had to read this thing from the beginning to really get a full picture of all that, but Cedric was starting to annoy the king. Oh, really? He's starting to annoy me. Reaching down, Graham grabbed his stick, intending to heave it at the bothersome bird. I like how this novelization has a reference to the possibility of Graham heaving a stick at Cedric. But instead, of course, he held his irritation in check, and planned instead to pay the owl back in kind. Cedric saw the motion, however, and with a terrified squawk, winged quickly away and dead smack into the tree trunk. Graham's laughter stung more than any bee or the thump. And that was that. I'm glad that we got to hear a picture of Graham throwing a stick at Cedric, because that, unfortunately, is not part of this adventure game. Alright, so, onward and outward. And to the west here, I believe, is the desert.
There's nothing but a hot, dry desert for the west. Most people avoid it because there are bandits out there. Ooh, if you insist on going, I'll wait for you here.
Yep, Graham laughs at Cedric getting hurt, according to the novelization of The King's Quest. Now, this desert gave me quite a lot of trouble as a child. Though it probably shouldn't have, because it's not actually that bad if you've saved your game. Which I should do soon. But first... I didn't mean to skip over that. It said something about the hot, dry sun taking its toll on Graham, that he should find something to drink, and soon. What Wizard says, my respect for Graham has risen. See, that's why you gotta read the book, because, Alright, I better get some water here. And here it is, the eternal line.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him. From across the desert sands, Graham can hear the sound of approaching hoofbeats.
Uh-oh. Alright, so I might have screwed myself over at this point. Let's make sure that... Oops. Never mind. Alright, so... Will the approaching hoofbeats come back? I hope so. Because, okay, so the trick here...
From across the desert sands, Graham can hear the sound of approaching hoofbeats.
So, if Graham hides very poorly behind this rock, the, men on the horses will not see him.
Open sesame!
Alright. Well, that was important. For reasons. Okay, so time to explore the desert.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
Alright, so we'll save this as desert. And as you will soon discover, the thing to keep in mind here is that you can only go, I think, through 7 screens before you die. I'm sure we'll have a chance to see a death sequence for the end of this, as I'm sure to make some mistakes. But unlike Graham, I can partake of water whenever I wish. Ah, life-giving water. Nectar of the gods.
The hot sun and choking sands are taking their toll on Graham. He must drink, and soon.
Fortunately, he may, as we have found this oasis.
Ah, life-giving water.
Nectar of the gods.
Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
I'm glad the narrator reminds us of such at every opportunity. So onward on our journey through this desert. Soon, Graham. Ah, yes. I have found the bandit camp. Here I can have my drink of life-giving water.
Ah, life-giving water.
Nectar of the gods.
Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
Good. Wait a second while we watch Graham take a deep drink here. Okay, let's watch while we watch him take another deep drink. And now we can move on. At the bandit camp. And let's check out what's going on in this tent here.
An intruder!
An intruder!
That wasn't a very smart move, Graham.
It wasn't a very smart move for you to try to go to a place in an adventure game. You should try to go to as few places as possible. Alright, well, I need to take his staff so I can get into the open sesame place. So...
Taking care to be very quiet, Graham reaches out and takes the staff into his possession.
You don't need to whisper. I don't think they can hear you, narrator. Alright. Well, to my memory, I have gotten everything from this bandit camp that I need. So, before we move on from the desert forever, there are a few orders of business left. One of the things that we need from the desert is an old boot, for reasons that you'll come to realize later.
The hot sun and choking sands are taking their toll on Graham. He must drink, and soon.
You must drink soon, Graham. I'm going. All right. So here we have a well that Graham can feel free to drink from. No, it's a lot of water.
Ah, life-giving water. Nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
Alright, so one of the items that I need from here is this rope.
Since Graham has just taken a drink, he's not thirsty at the moment. Since Graham has...
Or... I think I'm supposed to take this rope.
A rope and water basket sit near a small well. A rope. Since Graham has...
Am I not supposed to take the rope? Maybe not. I guess, I can always correct my mistake later if I need to. Alright. Now, I still need to find, the boot, wherever that might be. It's important to venture through this desert until we find everything that can be found, including an old boot. Alright, so let's refresh and water here before we keep going.
Ah, life-giving water. Nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
Okay, well, Graham, off to find a boot. Ah, here we are. You wouldn't mind if I took this off your hands now, would you?
Uneasily, Graham reaches down and removes the old shoe from the desert sand.
If he's uneasy about it, it does beg to question why he decided to take the thing with him in the first place, but I'm not here to question, I'm only here to play.
The hot sun and choking sands are taking their toll.
Yeah, I get it. They're taking their toll. And life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham feels strength and renewal flowing through him.
Ah.
Okay. Now, we must venture back to the, whatchamacallit, the place, the cave temple place where we saw the bandits go in. Graham, just keep on going there. Don't. This is not a time for dancing, Graham. Right, here I am, back at the place. Wherever that place it might be.
Ah, life-giving
water. Nectar of the gods. Graham now feels strength and renewal flowing through him. Alright. Temple robber, because that's what I am.
Open sesame! Oh no! The staff broke.
Oh no! You sound really broken up about it, buddy. Okay, so this is, it's gonna be a lesson in greed here, so... Let's,
Bending down, Graham hurriedly picks up the gold coin from the temple floor. Quickly, Graham grabs the old brass bottle.
Get everything fast enough, something bad might happen.
Oh my, look at all this treasure. Hurry, the exit door is about to close. Cheer up, Graham. At least you can practice your game of tiddlywinks.
Oh, poor Graham. At the hands of a heartless video game player.
Bending down, Graham Quickly, Graham grabs the old brass bottle. Hurry, the exit door is about to close.
That was close.
What Wizard says, well, I'm out. Good luck with this. Well, What Wizard, I wish you luck too. If you're still around, you might enjoy this little sequence here. That sequence is not me saving my game, but this sequence.
Ah, freedom at last! Now you spend the next 500 years in a bottle.
Graham's better than to keep things bottled up inside.
Oh, yes. That is a vindictive genie there, if I ever knew one. Alright. Time to get out. And so, we head to, the place that's not the desert. Panda Space Dan says, nice work. Thanks, Panda Space Dan. Yeah, the hot sun is taking its toll on Graham. He must drink him soon. I gotcha.
Well, there you are. I was just starting to get concerned.
Sure.
Don't worry about me, Cedric. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Alright. Well. Let's, see what our friend, the, gypsy has to say.
The sullen man doesn't appear to be...
It will cost you 1 gold coin to see Madamushka.
Alright. I will happily give you 1 gold coin.
You may see Madamushka now.
Warning. This cartoon contains material that may be necessary for information or clues to complete this game. Please be sure to check...
It's really an unfortunate thing to have at the beginning of the sequence, so... Well, anyways.
Oh, you are here to see Madamushka, no? Well, come closer. Sit down. I will tell you your fortune. Already I can tell that you are on a quest of great urgency.
Yes.
We will see what we
That's
can
why
find
I've
out for you.
been sure to take the time to pick up every stick and boot I find.
Look into the crystal ball.
Look, Mananan, look what I have for you. Take a good look at what you did to my brother, Alexander. Because of you, he's doomed to spend the rest of his days as a cat, and there's nothing I can do about it. But you can do something about
Well,
it. Since you're the one that did this to him, you're the only
Manannan
one
was
who
kind
can
of a
turn
dick,
it back.
so I did what I had to
Back
do.
Wizard Manannan. Alexander!
I don't know
She has
how,
long
Mordak.
fingernails.
I'm not a wizard. I just happened to stumble across some magic spells and accidentally turned your brother into a cat.
Accidentally,
I
right?
didn't mean it. Please believe me, Mordak.
We worked
I don't
long
know
and
how
hard
to
for
turn him
that
back into a
victory, friend.
wizard.
You're holding out on me, little man. You're taking
Little man.
advantage of my good nature, but not for long. If I don't get a change of tune from you soon, I'll feed your family to the cat, starting with your dear mother. Remember what I said. I'll only give you a little more time to decide before your family becomes cat food.
That is all.
Yeesh.
But I see that your mission is very dangerous indeed. I will give you something to help you. Here, wear this. It is a magic amulet. It will protect you against all but the most powerful magic. Good luck, King Ram. Be careful. That Mordek is a bad one.
Thank you, Madam Mushka.
He's a bad one. Alright, so this is one of those things where you actually need to physically...
The magic amulet begins to glow softly as Graham slips it over his head.
Make sure you put
He
it
then
over your
carefully
head.
tucks the amulet into the front of his tunic, hiding it from sight.
Simply having it in your inventory, of course, will not protect you. Alright. Ah. We have found the lair of a weeping willow. And her heart.
Miss Willow?
Yes?
You can talk?
Why, of course I can. What did you expect?
You weren't shocked
Well,
enough
I've
to see
never
her
seen
playing
a
a heart?
talking tree before. What's wrong?
Everything's wrong, can't you tell? I'm not really a tree. I'm really a princess. You see, my fiancé and I were walking through this wood when a nasty old witch came along and was instantly charmed by my handsome prince. When he naturally refused her advances, she jealously banished him to a faraway land and turned me into a tree.
Ah.
Then she stole my heart.
Stole your heart?
Yes, she turned my heart to gold and took it away with her. The only way I can become human again is to have my heart brought back.
Human again.
All I have to cheer me up is my harp. It's quite
Reference
magical,
to,
you know. It plays the sweetest music you've ever heard. Now please,
A core
leave me
song
alone
for Beauty
in
and the
my
Beast
sorrow.
that was mercifully cut, only to be added back in a later release. What were they thinking? With poor animation too. I felt cheated by that Beauty and the Beast special edition. Okay. So this is the forest that apparently we need to go into in order to save the heart of that willow tree princess person. So, into the woods we go.
Ooh, no. Ooh, I'm not going in there. Can't you read the sign?
You don't go
Come
anywhere,
on, Cedric. There might be something important in here.
Go if you want to. I'll wait here.
Something important. Just like there was in the desert. Since we're so unsure as to what the direction of the game is.
To Graham's great relief, it appears that the witch's magic has been stopped by the amulet he is wearing, just as Madame Mushka said it would.
I'm very sorry you were unable to zap me with your magical powers.
What are you doing in my forest, young man? Don't you know you're trespassing?
Oh, I didn't know this was a private forest. Do you own it?
It's quite a bit of stank on there.
I own it. It's mine. And what did you do to my magic?
I don't think you need to know. Now tell me something. How does one leave this confusing forest?
Graham has quite an attitude
I'll never
there.
tell. I'm afraid you're stuck, dearie. Now you're
He's risen beyond kingly
prisoner.
Stark and entered teenage
We'll
girl
see
category,
about
I think.
that.
Yes, won't we?
Won't we? Oh, well. Takes one to know one. Price agreed and all that, you know. And, well, maybe you'd be interested in this genie bottle that turned me into well, actually didn't turn me into anything. Trap me in the genie bottle.
What's this?
Ah, freedom at last! Now you spend the next 500 years in a bottle.
That was cool. It's actually one of the puzzles I'm fonder of in this game.
Good. That old witch won't be seen here for a long time. But now, how to get out of this dreadful forest?
Alright. How to get out indeed. You're about to discover the answer. Just a moment. So we can't go that way. Can we go this way? I should also probably check what's in the hollow of that tree once I get around to it. No, it doesn't look like we can go in that direction. Might as well check out what's in here then.
Graham tugs firmly on the door in the tree, but finds it securely locked.
The tree is securely locked. Perhaps I will need to find the key. Alright, that appears to be a barrier of passage. So where next? Where next, Sir Graham? King Graham, excuse me. Excuse me, Your Highness. Your Excellency. Alright, perhaps north here? This appears to be the witch's home.
A small, intricate spinning wheel is put away in the trunk.
Alright.
Reaching a hand into the trunk, Graham retrieves the small spinning wheel.
Graham shoves a spinning wheel in his pants. And how about in here?
What's this? Why, it's a little key.
Good. Okay, I think that's all I can get my hands on in here. So let's leave. And we have a little key, so that means we can go back to, whatchamacallit, the, tree. And use the key in the tree. Get whatever's inside. This looks really good, actually. I really like the environments in this game. They're quite attractive.
Graham finds that the little key fits perfectly in this lock.
Of course
Graham
it does.
is charmed to find a little golden heart inside the door of the twisted old tree.
Why would they put a lock in an adventure game and have no key?
Reaching into the little door of the tree, Graham extracts the little golden heart.
Right. And south, since it's the only way we can go, and west, since it's the only way we can go. Now to try to make it out of this forest. Because the forest is magic, if I attempt to leave, I will not go back to the beginning as you might expect. However, there are eyes watching me here.
Strange plants and animals inhabit this dark and dreary place, while thin rays of sunlight barely break the surface of the forest's thick foliage.
Alright, so this is one of those WTF moments, one of those famous WTF moments. And wait a minute. Okay. This is one of those strange WTF moments, but I am also missing something that I need in order to make this work. So I think it might be in the witch's house. Maybe I didn't dot all my I's and cross all my T's in here.
A small leather pouch is tucked away in the drawer.
Okay.
Graham reaches the drawer and removes the leather pouch.
Okay, so what is in the pouch?
Upon opening the leather pouch, Graham discovers 3 sparkling emeralds.
Okay, so I have these sparkling emeralds, and I need to get out of the forest. So as we will discover in a moment here, as soon as I was I able to go west here? Yeah. Okay, so as we will discover in a moment here, Graham is able to throw out the pebbles, or the emeralds, I should say. I should probably save my game. And they will attract the eyes spying on me out in the forest until they get closer and closer. Alright, so I only have 1 emerald left. So to ensure that I'm able to set a trap for the guy, for whatever reason,
Graham squeezes the honeycomb as hard as he can, which causes the honey to drip out of it onto the ground, creating a sticky little puddle at his feet.
Sticky little puddle.
Now all that's left of the honeycomb is a piece of beeswax, which Graham puts back in his pocket.
Alright, and the last, the emeralds will trap. Yep, one of those WTF Sierra puzzles.
Let me go! I beg of you!
Why should I do that? What will you do for me?
I'll show you the way out of the forest,
Graham.
if you let me go.
Good guy, Graham.
How do I know I can trust you?
I give you my word.
Why should I let you go?
Elf
What are you
never
going to do
breaks
for
his
me?
word.
Well, it's against my better judgment, but okay.
It's against my better judgment to let you go.
Move over, Rocky. You're in our way.
Sorry.
I got the derpiest sounding voice actor to voice poor Rocky. Oh well. Well. Westward Ho?
Follow me. In here.
Alright. Out of the woods we go.
Warning, this cartoon
Another
contains material that may be necessary for
another scene with explicit content. One of those mini pornos we've come to expect from this game thus far. There appear to be dinosaur fossils. Ah, there's an underground world of elves. 'Cause why not?
Hey, over here. I've got something for you.
Okay, let me walk very slowly over and find out what that something is.
I never take anything without giving in
Said it
return.
once and I said it again.
For your generosity
Graham is a total
in giving
babe.
me those exquisite emeralds, I give you my finest pair of shoes. May they help you in your quest. Follow that passage over there. It's the way out of the dark forest.
Thank you very much for all your help. I'm sure I'll be able to find a use for these fine shoes.
Of course. Graham, can't you walk any faster? Come on, man. Up to it. You have a castle to save. You have a family who's going to die if you don't hurry. You don't need to help every passerby. But what would this game be without fetch quests and helping every passerby?
Oh, I'm glad to see you're okay. I was beginning to worry.
You were right not to want to venture in that dark forest, Cedric. I thought I'd never get out of there alive.
If you throw darts blindly through a room, eventually one of them will hit the target. Okay. So first of all, we know that you lost your heart, and we have it. So here you go.
My heart, you found it.
A little gratitude might be nice.
I don't need... Look at me, I'm a princess again. Herbert!
Alicia.
Okay. I guess he was standing over there.
Where have you been all this time, my love?
Oh, darling, just take me home. I'll tell you on the way.
You're welcome? They
Now,
truly
why would
deserve
you
each
toss
other.
aside this beautiful harp? Well, if she doesn't want it, I'll take it.
2 douches, 1 cup. Alright, well, I think we have one other little task that we can do while we're in this area. This old man, old gnome, and this gnomon is a craftsman, as we know. Making that doll and all, so probably wants a spinning wheel of some kind.
Where did you get this? I thought I had lost it.
Oh, is it yours? I found it in the old witch's house in the dark forest.
So that's where it got to. The old hack took it, eh? You know, this ain't an ordinary spinning wheel.
It's not? What's so special about it?
Why, this spinning wheel can spin straw into gold, that's what. Except you've got to know
Give me
how
that
to
back.
use it. I doubt even the witch could figure that out. Thank you for bringing it back to me.
Now wait, not so fast. How about that marionette? Don't you think the price of the spinning wheel is worth at least twice that of the puppet? I'd love to have it.
Yeah, I guess so. Boy, give that
Now the
marionette
gnome
to the
has a
man
personal
here.
money printer.
I'll make you a new one. Come on, boy. Let's gather up some wood for a new puppet.
Alright, well, Graham decided that a marionette was more valuable than a gold spinning wheel. Spinning wheel that spins to gold. Alright, so one more order of business. It appears the gypsies have... What is this?
Ooh, is that a new dance, Graham? The Boogaloo?
Okay, north we go. We will not speak of that.
Not seeing the tambourine's owner, Graham bends down and rescues it from the ground.
All right. Yes, just like you rescued so much else in this town. I like the word rescue as a as an alternate for stealing, you know? Well, I better go rescue that tailor. Rescue the fine cloak from that tailor. I think the town is south. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so a couple more things. We gotta appease all the shopkeepers. Somehow, this land is surviving with only a toy maker and a shoemaker and a tailor. So, we'll find a way to make them all happy. So if I know anything about tailors...
May I help you, sir?
Especially fine tailors like this one, that they might enjoy golden needles.
My golden needle! Wherever did you find it?
It was in a haystack by the country inn.
Some ants helped me get it.
Oh, yes. I remember visiting there not long ago. Oh, vulgar man, that innkeeper.
Oh, vulgar man.
No scruples at all.
Well, I'm glad to see you've got your golden needle back.
I'm glad to see
wonder,
you got your little,
could you
your
possibly
little golden
see
needle
fit
back.
to give me that wonderful cloak in
Condescending,
exchange
man.
for it?
Condescending.
The cloak? Well, why not? It's yours. For the price of a golden needle.
Pretty good trade there.
Thank you, kind sir. I'm sure it will help me on my travel.
I'm sure it will. Good luck. Au revoir.
Au revoir. Alright. And that naked customer is still there, which is pretty funny. Can I put this on now?
Here it is much too warm to be wearing a heavy cloak.
Okay. I guess we'll carry it with us instead. In my pants along with the spinning wheel. So next we have, what is this, the toy maker?
Come on in, look around. Let me know if you're interested in anything.
You probably want a doll, right?
Oh, did you get this wunderbar marionette? A craftsmanship?
This wunderbar marionette?
Well, I don't know if you'll believe me or not, but I got it from a little gnome.
I must
Right.
have it. Can I buy it from you?
Actually, you may have it if you'll give me the sled in trade.
Graham, what do you need with the sled?
But I must tell you, I think I'm getting the better deal. I can always make another sled, but finding another marionette of this quality...
Graham, you're not much to barter, are you?
So, can I have the sled?
Yeah, take it, it's yours.
Oh boy. Alright, well,
Thank you very
I'm
much.
going
I
out
think I'll
poorer
find
than I
the
came
sled
in.
very useful.
Well, you enjoy it, and danke for the marionette.
Alright. And to the toy maker, right? Or no, shoemaker. That was the toy maker was the last one. Minnesota Nice
It's you
Folks.
again, is it? We still don't have any shoes for sale.
I got me some shoes right here.
What have we here? Mama, take those shoes from the young man. Let me see them. These are the finest pair of shoes I've ever seen. The leather is soft and pliable, yet sturdy. The craftsmanship of these shoes are superb. And Mama, look
Look at the solid gold buckle. Why, I could retire from the sale of these shoes.
That's a tall order for a pair of shoes.
Are yours. I don't think I could find a better use for them.
I can retire by selling
young man.
this pair of shoes.
How can we ever repay you?
You don't need to repay me. Just knowing I helped you is enough for me.
Oh, God. King Graham, why are you wasting your time?
It ain't much, but it's all I've got to give. Here, take my cobbler's hammer. Perhaps you can find a use. Since I'll be retiring, I won't need it anymore. Thanks to you.
Why, thank you.
Graham, you had a spinning wheel that could spin straw into gold, and you had a
young man.
pair of shoes valuable enough for someone to retire from. And in exchange,
That's right, son.
you got a sled and a hammer.
You'll be in our hearts from now on.
You can do better than this,
go
man.
home. Let's celebrate our good fortune.
I expect better from you. Oh, yeah, and they're just gonna GTFO now? Like, the dog, too? What? Where'd they go? Alright, well... cool, I guess. Okay, well... There's but one more order of business. Well, actually two more. We'll see both in a minute here. Alright, westward.
Suddenly, frantic squeakings alert Graham to a mangy cat chasing a terrified rat.
Alright, so this is a part. This boot that we found in the middle of the desert, that we searched far and wide for, has a use. And we have stumbled upon it. Here we go. Wait for it. The trio of animals has been completed.
Oh, I hear my children calling. Goodbye, until we meet again.
Graham, you didn't have any response to that? Guess it is a rat. Okay. Guess we'll watch as he scurries away. Alright. Only one place has been left unexplored, and that is, of course... Nope, not here. It is finally time to face off with the scoundrels of the Swarthy Hog. So, let us venture in and meet our terrible fate.
Ooh, I'll wait for you out here. I don't like that place.
Alright.
You know that job we pulled yesterday? Where's the rest of the loot, huh? I think one of you guys is holding out on me.
Gentlemen, please excuse me. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Please excuse me. Yoo-hoo!
Diana's full, ain't got no more rooms.
Hey, boss, this guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do with him?
Rob him out.
I was never sure if he said rob him out or rub him out.
Struggle as he might, Graham could not escape his bonds.
But thankfully, we saved a giant terrifying rat that will come and eat me alive? That is a strange noise. The sound of rat tooth against rope, I guess.
When you saved me from that horrible cat. Good luck, friend.
Yes. And once again, Graham will not stoop to speak to the rat.
Graham stoops down and picks up the sturdy rope from the stone floor.
Alright. And don't need any of these wares, I guess. Okay.
A rusty padlock securing the door prevents Graham from leaving the cellar.
And, of course, to get rid of the rusty padlock, we need this trusty hammer that we got from the...
Using the cobbler's hammer, Graham pounds on the rusty padlock until it breaks apart.
Without such a hammer, we would have been stuck in here forever. Alright. So, need more orders of business. Need to loot their cabinet.
Inside the cupboard, Graham sees a large, juicy leg of lamb.
Or excuse me, we need to rescue this leg of lamb from these thieves.
Reaching into the open cupboard, Graham pulls out the savory leg of lamb.
Alright, I don't think I can take anything else. So, of course, there are 2 doors here. I just want to see what happens if we go through this one. Which is, of course, the wrong door, but... leave no stone unturned.
We gotta plan our next job, you guys.
Oh, hey, guys.
How
I'm
did
back.
you get out of the cellar?
I'll squish you with my belly.
This time, rub 'em out for good.
Rub them out for
That
good.
wasn't a very smart move.
Walking back in there after escaping might not have been the best decision. Alright.
Finding the kitchen door locked, Graham unlocks it before going outside.
So, I think I have done everything that I can in this region of the Earth. So, north we go. And east. And north back to the poisonous snake. All right. Nope. Poisonous snake. This way? Perhaps? Perchance? No. We will find the poisonous snake. Perhaps south. Oh wait, maybe we should visit Crispin before we head out for good.
Don't be wasting your time coming in here. Young man, I've done all I can for you. Now it's up to you. Well, anyway, I'm not going to be here for a little while. There's an emergency I have to attend to in a neighboring land.
Oh, really?
I'll try to keep an eye out for you, but this is something you and Cedric are going to have to do yourselves. I wish you the best, King Graham.
You can't give me a hand?
I appreciate all you've done, Crispin. I'll be on my way now.
How are you traveling? Horseback? Could you loan me a horse? Alright, well, south to the poisonous snake. Alright. So, time to get rid of this thing so we can head to the east. Out of this land for good. Of course, what better way to dispense of a snake than with a tambourine? I think this is the tambourine.
It is an ordinary tambourine.
Yep. Of course. The snake that's been blocking our path all this time can be dispensed with this arbitrary object.
Begone, you slithery varmint! Scat!
Be gone, you slithery varmint. Alright. So, east we go, up the mountain.
A few hours later...
Alright, well, I think this concludes our journey through the land of not Daventry, but wherever that place was. For today, or for tonight. But you can tune in tomorrow for the stunning conclusion of King's Quest V. And, yeah, I mean, as you could probably tell from that, there are quite a few absurd puzzles to go around. Not least of which is dispensing with that snake that's been blocking your path the whole time with Tambourine. And, oh yeah, probably worst of all, the gems that you need to throw on the ground to attract some little elves that you didn't even know were there to begin with, and then having to have the foreknowledge to squeeze some honeycomb on the ground so that you can trap one of them. And if you fail to do so, of course, you will reach a dead end, because you will have no more gems to throw, or emeralds to throw on the ground to trap them. So you need to make sure that you squeeze that honeycomb on the ground, which of course, why wouldn't you? Like, it's obvious, right, that you would squeeze honeycomb on the ground there to move on, to advance, get out of the forest. Yeah, so there's some weird things in there. But still a beautiful looking game, and I'm looking forward to continuing to play it tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Have a great night.